Trader X here with Day Trading the Chart. About to get started trading. It is Monday, July 1st, 2019. Just want to show where the account's at. It's at 49,524 right now, here starting on Monday. So as we go forward from here, I'll show you each day where the account's at so you can see where my trading's at. And so let's go ahead and get started trading.
Okay, the market is about to open in about 7 minutes. So prior to the market opening, what I look at is some of my scanners. So here is MU and AMD, and right now I've got MU up on the chart here. This is number one stock, and I've also got AMD up on another chart. So I'm prepared to take both of these trades to whatever they do, whatever my system says it's going to do, go up or down. And then also I'm watching VXX. It's got some volume, and it's down $1.45 from 24.55 is what it's currently at. It's also could get some action. It's gapped down really good. Could be a good play to go down even lower or possibly to go back up. VXX is also on another scanner. On this one, my high flyer scanner. So it's showing up there. It's got volume. So it looks good. So those are the three stocks I'm watching. And I'm going to take at least one of them, probably two of them. Again, this is equity feed that I'm using. It's good. I will put my my scans up onto YouTube soon. My scanner settings, in case you want to use them. But they are nothing special. They're just basic gap scans and high flyers and reversals. It's really nothing special at all. You can get this in many different ways. You don't need to use equity feed. Okay, market just opened up. So it's starting to move higher here on MU, and I'm looking to take a position on it. I'll be back. Okay, I've got a short position here. I'm short 4,000 shares, and I'm short at 41.05. I'll be right back. Okay, everything looking good here. Just looking for it to come down. My system says it's going to come down here. Now it's just a matter of how much can we get. There's various different ways of knowing that. All of them using my system. Okay, in the interest of time, I'm going to pause the video. I will come back. But just so you know, I plan to hold this position here for a fairly large trade. I'm not sure how big right now. Could be 100 ticks, but something fairly large. Okay, it's coming down pretty good here now. I'm showing 915 right now. Okay, up to 1275 now. So basically I'm going to go for at least 100 ticks on this. I might go for 200 ticks. We'll see. I'm waiting to see a few different things and if my system says to continue to go short or not. I'll come back. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick update. I'm still just patiently waiting for this stock here, MU, to come down. You can see this is MU, 4,000 shares short. The minus shows that it's short right there. And then my price that I went short is 41.05. My profit so far, my unrealized profit is 1,500. Haven't realized any profit yet. So I'm just waiting for it to come down. This is my position right here where the red line is. And the red means I'm short, means I'm wanting it to go down instead of go up. If it was green, that means that I had purchased and wanted to go up in order to make a profit. So again, want to stress to all of you traders out there, all around the world, you got to realize that shorting is very, 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 very profitable. And with interactive brokers, you can short almost anything. So with interactive brokers, it really just opens up your possibilities to not only trade any stock or any instrument anywhere in the world, the Hang Seng, the German DAX, anything, everything, Japanese stocks, Japanese indexes, anything, everything, all over the world. So interactive brokers just gives you an enormous possibility to not only trade anything, but to short anything. And this really helps because no matter which direction it's going to go, using my system, you can take advantage of it. So it really helps. You don't want to just be stuck having to go one way, having to buy, and that's all you can play. That's not good. You want to be able to short as well. And again, with interactive brokers, you can do that. I've been with interactive brokers for a long time. Long before anybody really even knew them. And they became popular at all. I was with them and realized that they were such a good broker. Again, I would like to let all of you know that you don't have to play stocks like you see me do most of the time. You can trade any one of the indexes, the ES, the YM. The ES is the E-mini S&P, which is the S&P 500. The YM is the DOW. It's the mini DOW. And you can trade that. It works great. Also the German DAX system works great. The HSI, which is the Hong Kong Hang Seng, or actually the Chinese Hang Seng market, Chinese stocks. And HSI is the symbol. Works great. Yeah, you can trade lots of things and you don't need... That way you can avoid the day trading rule. If you're trading any one of the indexes, that's the futures, you don't have to abide by the day trading rule at all in the futures. So you could trade $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 accounts and make really good money trading. If I had that size account, I would trade the ES. The ES you can do really fairly cheaply and you can make good money from that one. So ES is very good. It's very popular with a lot of traders. And you just do that to get your account built up and then you trade other things. You can trade anything. You want to get to the point where you can just trade anything you want. Anything that's hot. Anything that's hot that day, you trade it. And that's what I do. And it works really good. But if you traded the ES every day, the problem is that sometimes the market would not be very active. And if that were the case, you really wouldn't want to trade it. So, but other times the market is active. And in those cases, you can trade it and do really super well. So you have to be able to know what kind of a market you're in. And that way, but if you use my system, or not my system, but my technique of just what stocks to get into, I always use scanners and I can see what's hot every single day. I can see the hottest stock, what's got the most volume. And in this one is a gap up. So that means it opened up higher than the price that it closed out. And if you can get really big gap ups, you can get good action, whether it come back down, whether it comes down or whether it goes up and goes higher. You can get really good action on these particular stocks. Same thing with gap downs. They can get really good action on gap downs. A lot of times they go short and you can go short with them and go even lower for $1, $2 very easily. Using my system for the entry and get it right and then hold it. I mean, really, it really is that easy. It's just very, very, very simple to do. I mean, I can't stress enough how simple it is. You just really need to watch my video, learn the system, and then do exactly what I say to do, which is something very specific. Something that if I showed 5 different people, all 5 people would see the same exact thing and do the same exact thing. So it's very, very specific and easy to do. Okay, I think we're about to get a signal here using my system. I'll be right back if it comes. Okay, we have a signal from Big Trade. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. It's going to go down big. So now I need to figure out what it is I'm going to go for, which is the same thing that I originally was going to go for. At least 100 ticks, maybe 200 ticks today. It just depends. Depends how much it wants to come down here. If it really wants to start coming down, I'm going to go for 200 ticks. If not, I will just go for a standard 100 ticks today on this instrument, MU Micron technology. And AMD is also doing fairly well. Actually, it's going sideways right now, but so is this one. It should get going here. I don't know if I've got a signal on AMD or not, but I do have a signal here on MU. It is a confirmation short. So that's two signals I got today to go short. One of them being the big trade. So you'd want to be short here. And I will come back and show you the trade. I'm now up 1475, 1500. It's bouncing around a little bit. But I'm up pretty good, and I should be able to make at least 4,000 on this trade, possibly 8,000, just depends. Okay, I will come back. But this literally is how easy it is. Imagine you're in a trade and you know that you can go short and you can make a certain amount of ticks. It's going to go down for you today. Sounds impossible, right? Watch my courses. You will see it is not impossible. You will see it is what I'm doing every day. By the way, in case you're wondering why I'm not taking another trade, is because I don't have enough money in the account really to cover it. I started off the account with 40,000. It's now at almost what's over 50 now, but it started off at what 49,500 I think before we started the day here. But I don't have enough money to cover really that much more. I mean, I could take another small position, but not that much. I basically put almost everything into this one trade because I knew, well, my system said it was going to go down. So it's just a matter of which one. I could do this with many instruments. I mean, I could do it with all of them. So the idea for me then is which one of them is going to move the most. I mean, the one that moves the most ticks is going to be the winner for me, because that's the one that I want to take, is the one that moves the most ticks. It's the one that you want to take. We say, well, how do you know which one's going to move the most ticks? Well, you really don't. But what you can do is trade the hottest one. Usually the hottest one will make the most ticks. Not all the time, not all the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, at least on a consistent basis. If you just take the hottest one, you'll make the most ticks over the long run. I think that's probably true. Because there'll be a lot of times if you don't do it that way and you get caught into one that goes sideways, then you don't make anything. Anyway, so now I'm just waiting for it to come down. Once it starts coming down, it'll come down pretty fast probably, maybe over an hour period of time or something like that, maybe 2 hours, and it'll start coming down. Right now it's just sitting there going sideways, but it will come down. My system says it will come down, and I have two separate short signals saying that it will do so. So believe me, it's going to come down. I am building my account up from 40,000 to, well, sky's the limit, but let's say $1 million. See how long it takes me to get there. But starting off so small, there's only so much I can do. Now, I can trade any one of the indexes, the YM, the ES, and really make some big trades on those. And I will do so. But I just want to show you that you can trade everything, anything. You can trade stocks. One of the beautiful things about Interactive Brokers, as I've said before, is you can trade any stock and then practice with just 100 shares. And if you just make one tick, you're going to make a 30-cent profit. 35 shares to get in, 35 cents to get in, 35 cents to get out. You make $1, one tick, you profit 30 cents. It's the perfect way to practice. And then you start making money and you up how many shares you're trading. You can go 200, 300, 400, 500, etc. Just keep on going. As big as you want. Well, actually, you can't really do as big as you want because sometimes you do have some fill problems, especially with like Amex stocks. You can have some fill problems. But if you're trading NASDAQ and it's got good volume, like you see me always usually trade, or New York Stock Exchange, or any stock, even Amex, if it's got good volume, you can get in and out no problem. That's why you want to trade the hottest stocks you can find, whether they be gap ups or gap downs. Gap downs are also good. It just depends if the market's going up or down. Anyway, it's not rocket science, is it? It's pretty easy stuff. You just have to know the right tools, have to have the right tools, like some type of scanner, whether it be a free one or one on the internet or a paid for one like I have through Equity Feed. Whatever you have, there's many different ones. As long as you've got one, as long as you've got, something like this. You want to have a screen, a good size screen. This is a 27-inch screen. And you want to have something like this where you can see the chart really super well. And then you should also, try to have another screen where you can make your orders. But if you didn't, you could do it all on one screen. Make your orders right here and put your chart over here. You could do it like that if you wanted to, if you only had one screen to work with. But I've got 6 of them, so you can see I put my stuff everywhere, and it really helps, because here all I want to focus in on is the chart itself and use my system on it, and that's it. And it really helps just to focus in on it. And on the other screen I have my order entry, so I just go over there and buy and sell, buy and sell, and then I see my entry right here, and the red line means I'm short. So it's really easy, actually. That's what I'm trying to get across to all the traders in the world. I don't know why or how it happened that people try to overcomplicate trading for some reason. But I think it's overcomplicated, and I have a really super simple, easy to use system that is extremely accurate, that you have to see to believe. So I am showing you right here, right now, and you're going to see it for yourself. This thing's going to go down. I'm going to make a lot of money from it today. I would say at least 4,000. So imagine that. You could get in, relatively good size, and write it down. Anyway, I will come back and show you the progression and, of course, the outcome of this trade. If you'd like to know why this is a possible 200 tick day today, I can show it to you now. You can go back to June 26, and you'll see that this thing gapped up from about $33 all the way up to $36 roughly. So it made a good $3 gap right there. Still hasn't filled that gap. Didn't do anything here. Gapped up a little bit here, and then went sideways. Now it's gapped up again, pretty big, from 39 all the way up to almost 42. So another $3 gap, just about. Now I've got 2 signals here on the chart that's telling me that it is going to go down today. Therefore, not only could it go down today, it could go down quite a bit. If it were to fill the gap that it made today, would be 200 ticks right there, over 200 ticks a little bit. So I've got a little bit of a buffer there, and I'm in at 41.05. At 40.05 is here, that's 100, and at 39.05 is here, that is 200. So if it comes down and fills the gap today, that's 200 ticks. It may do so as it might be on its way down to fill this gap. Or it could just fill this gap and then go back up again. But in anything that it does every day, let's say you just wanted to trade MU. I wouldn't suggest doing that, because at some point MU will not be active anymore. But let's say that it was and you want to trade it. My system will work on it every single day. You could know which direction it's going to go. I am not joking with you. You can use this for swing trading. You can use this to make a big day trade. You can use this for a swing trade. You could use this for investing. Let's say you wanted to invest in MU. No problem. Wait for you to get a big trade signal to go long. Take the trade long. Get out nice and ahead on it for that day, about 100 ticks. Place a break-even stop on it. Let it go. If it comes all the way back to your break-even stop, you won't lose. If it keeps on going, well, now you're invested. And now you can just hold it. And at some point in time, you're going to sell it, right? A year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. 20 years, at some point in time, you're probably going to sell it. So you can hold it for as long as you want. The point is that you can get in without losing. You can invest without being in a losing position on anything that you want to invest in, anything that you want to trade for the day, anything that you want to trade overnight and sell or exit the next day, which you could do on stocks without doing day trading. If you buy one day or sell one day, short one day, and then exit the next day, that's not a day trade. You can do that as much as you want, on as many stocks as you want. Now, using my system, you're not necessarily going to know about this right here. So I'm showing you in public that when you see something like this, these are opportunities. They're not guarantees, but they are opportunities. And when you get a system like mine that says go short, you want to get something out of it. You don't need to go for all the way down here unless you want to swing trade it, which you could do. You could swing trade it and try to go for it. You have a certain mathematical chance of getting it. I don't know what that math is, but it's high enough to go for it, especially considering the fact that you could place a break-even stop and you're not going to lose on the trade. That gives you a lot of opportunity. You can do this going either way on any stock or any instrument, any financial instrument. You could do this technique and get yourself going in the right way, whether you think something is going to go short and go down, or you think something is going to go long and go up. You can use this big trade technique along with the easy entry and easily ace it every day. And speaking of charts like this, it really helps to have whatever instrument you pull up and you want to trade, you should have multiple charts open so that you can see it on multiple different time frames, whether it be daily, 10-minute, this one happens to be a 5-minute, or you can even go as low as a 1-minute. And that way you can see it up close and you can see it far away. And that gives you a perspective on where you are at all times. Like for instance, when you just saw it today, you just saw this, it didn't give you a whole lot of perspective on where we were or where we are. But now this chart does. You can see it had gapped up again. What can it might do? Well, it could come down quite a bit here. It could even come all the way down to fill 33 over, a week, 2 weeks, something like that. I'm just wanting to get one trade out of it today, a day trade. You get in and out on the same day. And I'm looking to get a big trade here because my system says that I can get a big trade here today. So I'm looking for at least 100 ticks, if not 200. Right now it looks pretty good for a 200 tick day, but I'm still watching it. 100 ticks will be at 40.05. I'll come back. When you have the right knowledge, you have the right tools like interactive brokers, like a good scanner. One of the nice things about this scanner is you can just put it up and it automatically changes as something comes up. So let's say something hot came up all of a sudden. Boom, something got some big news and it just started going. You wouldn't see it on this gap up scanner, but you could catch it on another scanner. If you wanted to, you can even make a scanner to catch movers like that are just starting off moving, and you could catch them if that was your strategy. You don't need to use that strategy with my system. My system makes it easy. You just say, okay, what's the hottest stock today? Okay, and it gapped up. Okay, no problem. Gap ups are great, gap downs are great. You shouldn't limit yourself on either one. You want to do both. Whatever way the market seems to be going, whatever is moving the most, that's the one you play. If it's a gap down, you play a gap down. Yeah, you've seen me play a lot of gap ups, but I guarantee you're going to see me play a lot of gap downs too. It's just that the market hasn't been that great. Like, let me show you. I'll bring it up here. So you can see right here. How many gap downs do you see? Only 2. And how many gap ups? Well, quite a few. We could scroll through them. There's a whole bunch of them. What that means is that when the market opened, everything opened up higher. And I just wanted to see what opened up the highest. When I first started, I took MU. It was the #1 spot. Now, the reason why it's AMD is the #1 spot, this other one is the second, is because of volume. So we're just looking to see what's got the most volume, because usually what's the hottest also has the most volume. the most people, the most amount of shares trading. And so that's what you're looking for. See, it's really super easy. You just have to have the right tools, the right trading system, like my trading system. And that's it. That's all you need to do, and just follow it, and trading becomes relatively easy to do. I mean, it's not that difficult. Take some practice, sure, but really, considering how much money you can make from it, it's really not that difficult at all. It's definitely something you would want to put your time and effort into to, do it professionally and make a living from it, because you certainly can do that. Again, how? With the right knowledge. With the knowledge that I can give you through my trading courses. And it's what I'm using to take the trades that you see me take. I'm only taking one trade today because I don't have enough money to take any more. I put 4,000 shares into this. But as time goes on and my account builds up more and more, I'll be able to take more and more trades and make more and more money even faster. I'll come back. Okay, it's starting to come down pretty good here. Got like 2,900 into it right now. But still a ways to go for the 100 ticks, which would put me at 4,000. And 200 ticks, of course, will put me at 8,000 for today. So still a long ways to go, but I just wanted to update you and show you that it is coming down. Okay, coming up on 100 ticks here. 40.05 will be 100 ticks. Still going for more here. I'm going to go for at least 150. I think I can get that. Possibly 200 today. So, but what I'm going to do is just use my system. See, my system gives me entries all the way. So it'll tell me if it's going to continue to go down, or it'll tell me if it's going to go back up again. It tells me the whole entire time. And so that's all you got to do is use my system, and you'll know which direction any instrument is going to go. It's really amazing. It's so amazing you have to see it to believe it, because it's that amazing. Okay, there's 100 ticks there. Now I'm just going to write it down a bit further. I'll come back. My target is 200 ticks down to 39.05 if my system keeps telling me to go short. Because at some point it might tell me to go long, and if it does, then I'll go long. So I'm looking at either 39.55 as my exit, or that would be 150 ticks, or 39.05 as my exit. That will be 200 ticks. Now let's say that you wanted to swing trade. No problem. All you do right now is put your stop at break even. So you put it right underneath your entry. So say I'm in at 41.05. You could put it at 41.02. A 3-tick buffer right there, just to make sure you don't lose anything. And then let it go. Just let it go. If it continues to come down over the next few days, well, then you're going to have yourself a good trade. At some point, you're going to want to take your profit. And that's it. You can do that going both short or long. You can hold for long term or short term. It's up to you. But it's a way to get into any stock and be able to hold it without taking a loss on it. So if you want to invest, you're going to buy, you're going to hold it going long. If you want to play a swing trade, you think it's going to come down for a bit, fill the gap, you can do that. You can do it, take the entry just like I did today. Instead of getting out like I'm going to get out, you hold it. Place a break-even stop. Can't lose. Go to sleep at night, don't worry. Just make sure you put your stop at market. Let me say that again. Make sure you put your stop at market. Don't put it at limit. Let it go off at market. And a good till canceled, GTC stop. For some reason your broker won't allow you to do that, then put it at limit, good till canceled, and give yourself more of a buffer. So you're in at 41.05, give yourself a 10-tick buffer. and should be okay. And also you can set the limit order so that it also has a buffer, so it'll still go off within a certain amount of ticks. So for instance, let's say it shot up, went right above 41.05, did never hit 41.05. At limit, just a regular limit, it's not going to get you out. It's going to go by your entry and keep on going. That's why you want to set them to market. But if you do set them to limit, because the market's going to get you out no matter what. But if you do set it to limit, give it a buffer there. That way, if it does go up a certain amount past it, it could still go off. Gives it a real chance to still go off. Okay, getting out here. Okay, I'm all the way out. Okay, so I got out with a little less than 100 ticks there. Got 3,883 from it. So it's moving back up here, and I may get another trade on this again. Let's see if it's going to continue to go back up. Right now I don't actually have a signal other than the initial short signal that I got, but I might get another signal to go long. So if I do, I will come back and take it. So I'll be back shortly. But as a general rule, whenever you're in a big trade like I just was, you don't want to let the profit get away. If it starts moving back up on you, it's better just to go ahead and take the profit. And you can always enter back into it anywhere you want. I could use a market master entry to back in. I could use an easy entry back in very easily. So I can get back in anytime I want. But as a general rule, you don't let the profit get away. You always take it off the table. It went my standard 100 ticks. It started to go back up again. I took it off the table. You want to get good at doing that. Don't get greedy. Take your profit. And do that on a daily basis. And that's all you need to do. I'll come back. Now you saw what I just did today. I went short up here and I got out down here. It wasn't, did it look hard to you at all? It didn't, did it? Do you know why? It's because it's not hard. It's not hard at all. It really isn't. Just imagine there's a way to know if it's going to go down, or a way to know if it's going to go up. I know that sounds impossible, and trust me, I know that, but you're seeing it with your own two eyes now, right? There is a way. I discovered it, and I teach it in my courses. So you can learn this for yourself very easily. It takes me 1 hour to teach you, 1 hour for you to learn. Go out and practice for a little bit. You'll have it. You'll be able to do what I'm doing every day, very consistently. Up the YM here, this is the DOW YM September contract. I've got 15 contracts long. Just saw it come up. I was watching it on a chart. Saw it make its move down right there. Saw this is a market master entry to go long here. So let's see what it's going to be good for here. You see, with market master you can catch bottoms like this very easily. In fact, you can just catch everything. You really do become a market master. Starting to move up here. Looking pretty good. I've got 1,000 on it right now. And hopefully it's going to rip higher here and really give me a good profit. It's a very good possibility. My system is taking a look at it again. Yeah, I've got another long signal on the YM here. It should start to rip higher. Looking for a good trade on this one. So we've got MU, good trade so far today, and this one here. And let me see, what time is it? It's 1:30. Yeah, probably it's gonna be my last trade probably, but I might take one more. Just depends if I see anything worth taking. It's kind of a slow time right now at this particular time. It's going to start speeding up here real soon. We're coming off of lunch, and it's going to start to pick up here. And the YM may rally and go up here. My system is saying it's going to go up. Don't really see anything else actually. Yeah, I don't really see too much at the moment, but something might come up. But this one probably my last trade anyway. Okay, the YM, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, is ripping higher here. And as my system said, it would go up. And right now I've got 1750 in it. And just looking to see what it's going to do here. I still have a long signal on it. And it looks good. It looks good. It could easily rip up to 3,000 for me or so, and I'll jump out right there. I'll come back. But this is pretty easy, isn't it? It doesn't look very hard because it's not very hard. It really is not difficult once you know my system. This easy to do chart trading system. Very, very simple. Okay, YM ripping higher here. I'm going to take it. About to jump out. Got 2,800 in it right now. About to jump out here one more time. Okay, here it goes. One more time. Just need to jump up a little bit more. I'm going to take it. Or I'm going to take it if it starts coming down here. Got 2,800 into it. $29. Okay, here it goes. Alright, I'm going to take it here. Okay, I'm out right there. 3,100 trade, so that's like a $7,000 day today. Not bad, huh? It's easy to do. You know, once you learn the secret that I teach within my courses, it basically makes trading pretty simple to do. You have different ways of going about trading, but whichever way you go about doing it, it's relatively simple. Oh, I should have held on to it. Went up even higher here. Pretty good though, huh? You know, it's not that difficult to make money at the markets. They say that all these people lose. It's because they don't have the right system. That's why they lose. And because it does take a little bit of, it takes some discipline and some practice and things like that. But basically, you really need to have the right system. So there you have it, 3,800 on MU today and 3,100 on the YM, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And, you know, 2 trades, very simple, both winners. I should have held on to this one. It's gone even higher. But the opportunity is there to make money. Okay, I just caught one. This is LYFT, LYFT. I've got a short signal on it using my system. I've just taken it short, 3,000 shares. So I'll make this one my last trade of the day. But yeah, it looks like it's going to come down pretty good here. It's already come down really good today. My system worked perfect on it, but I've got another entry, and I'm going to go ahead and take it. Or I've taken it. 3,000 shares short. I'll be back. But this is definitely going to be my last trade because I don't feel like taking any more today. I usually take 2 trades, but sometimes I'll take a third one if I see something, and this one looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and take it here. Market's going to close in 20 minutes here. Just looking for LYFT to sell off into the close a bit, and I've got like 900 in it right now. I'd be happy to take 2,000 from this trade. Make it a nice little trade to end the day. 3 trades, 3 stocks, actually 2 stocks, and the Dow, which is a futures. So 2 stocks, 1 futures today. Easy day, but with my system, it does make trading pretty darn easy. Okay, I just got out of the LYFT short, made 1,000 on it. And so I'm all done. The market's about to close in just 10 minutes. 10 minutes the market's going to close here, so I'm all done for today. That makes 3 trades for just about almost $8,000 today. Should have held on to LYFT. It's making a move here towards the end of the day, going down. Oh well. Anyway, plenty of opportunity to make money at the markets. As you can see, you can just take one trade after another when you know what you're doing. When you have the right knowledge, and I give you the right knowledge in my courses, you can do what you see me do. Because that's all you really need to have, is the right knowledge. And then a little bit of practice with that, and there you go. You've got a system that you can win at almost virtually every day over and over again. So it's makes trading easy, and makes trading fun, and makes trading profitable. Okay, so I'm going to get going, increase the account by close to 8,000 today, and I will be back tomorrow to do some more trading, and I will be rolling out new videos to help all of you beginners, to get you up to speed on what to do and how to operate the software, and more about trading in general, and for all of you who are ready, get the courses. You will learn a secret that will really amaze you, and you'll understand how it is I'm doing what you see me do. Like I said just recently, a lot of people out there don't realize how much money, and now it's going back up here, a lot of people don't realize how much money us traders actually make. And that's why I'm opening this up to the world, so that, ooh, it's really making a big move here, so that you can see for yourself. If you know what you're doing, if you know how to trade, if you have the right knowledge, the right system, absolutely make a lot of money at trading. Okay everyone, I'm going to get going. As always, I'll be back tomorrow, and as always, to your trading success from Trader X at daytradingthechart.com. See you tomorrow.